Well, thanks for visiting us here at KTALnews.com and your Weather Authority app. I'm meteorologist Josh Marces with your New Year's Eve into New Year's Day forecast update. Had some cooler weather today, but overall pretty enjoyable day with all the sun that we had and high pressure building in behind yesterday's cold front. So the temperatures did drop off from where we left off Monday, but it wasn't too bad today. But the cool weather will be with us for the remainder of the week. And if you do have some outdoor plans for the new year, make sure you take a jacket with you. At midnight, we'll likely be in the low to mid 40s. Light wind and no rainfall out there, so pretty nice conditions for those of you that may be going to some fireworks shows or just kind of letting off the fireworks in your own neighborhood. Nothing to get in the way of that tonight. And then after midnight, we'll eventually drop into the 30s here, so I think a good chunk of the Arctic will see maybe a brief freeze on your New Year's Day morning with temperatures in the low 30s to start out your January 1st. So look at your highs for New Year's Day. Should be a pretty nice day. I think we may be a few degrees cooler given the colder start that we'll have tomorrow morning, but we should wind up in the mid to upper 50s. A lot of sun out there and just a light breeze. I think you'll enjoy the weather for your New Year's Eve as well as your New Year's Day there. And we're ways away from any precipitation returning, but it looks like our next chance of rain and storms will likely come on through over the weekend, but we are expecting those sunny conditions on New Year's Day. Just a few clouds out there late Wednesday, early Thursday. And we'll talk about that weekend cold front. That is the one that's going to bring some of the Arctic air next week. So taking a look at things here, Saturday looking dry for us, but the rain starts to pick up on Sunday. And what you're seeing to the north of us into Arkansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma and Kansas, that would be snow mixed with maybe some freezing rain there. So it's a ways out, but if the system comes in a little colder, usually we need the track of these systems to dig a little further south out of the Gulf of Mexico to get snow in our part of the country here. So I think right now that area of low pressure is too far north to pull down any of that colder air or any of that snow. So as of right now, I do not have any frozen precipitation in the forecast, but this will be something to watch in the next few days. I can't rule out maybe some winter precipitation in the northern Arctic. That would be late Sunday, early Monday. And given how strong this system is, we even can't rule out some severe weather. I do have highs in the 50s on Sunday, so that will likely inhibit. Not having the warm air in there usually will inhibit somewhat of the severe weather threat. But again, just the wind energy with this system is off the charts here, so there will be quite a bit of wind shear. So we can't rule out maybe a few strong storms late Sunday, but again, we're just kind of watching the winter weather threat here. And by Monday morning, the system is to the northeast of us. We are going to feel the temperatures just drop all day on Monday. We may start out in the 40s in the morning, but one of those days will likely fall into the 30s in the afternoon, and we'll be kind of stuck with this Arctic air all week here next week. Not a ton of rain, but a decent shot of rain, considering that's the only day of rain that we have in the forecast. You know, all of this will fall on Sunday, anywhere from about an inch north of I-30 to about a half inch for most of the Arctic, so we won't see the heavy rain that we saw last week, but it's a decent amount coming through on Sunday. Again, Monday will be turning cold there, and we'll see the cold air kind of settle in all week. They're still watching that January 9th, 10th, 11th time frame late next week. We do have a couple of systems on the way that could bring some winter weather. Again, as of the forecast model runs this morning, this afternoon, it kind of backed off on the potential for any frozen or snow for the Arctic late next week, but it's so far out, you know, there's a lot that's probably going to change with the forecast model. So I'll just put everybody on alert. I think it's possible we could see some winter weather at some point late next week, but the story next week will definitely be the cold. Overnight lows in the 20s, so make sure you have plans to kind of cover up your pipes there, as we'll likely have a hard freeze each night next week.